Our opponent goes first and they scoop. This is happening on so many games. This is crazy. Hello, my friends, it's Johnaroth, and today I'm playing with another new commander that was just released onto Arena, but not really a new card in paper. Today I'm playing with Grist, the Hunger Tide, which is one colorless, one black, one green, for a legendary planeswalker, and as long as Grist isn't on the battlefield, it's a 1/1 insect creature in addition to its other types. I have seen people use Grist for like combos with Soul Cauldron and those types of things, but basically I'm just focusing on making a commander deck with him. For +1, you create a 1/1 black and green insect creature token and then mill a card. If an insect card was milled this way, put a loyalty counter on Grist and repeat the process. For -2, you can sacrifice a creature like an insect or anything else, and when you do, destroy target creature or planeswalker. So really good removal for a cheap planeswalker. For -5, each opponent loses life equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. So very powerful burn effect. So this deck, if you just look at it, it has a very low curve. It has a lot of 1 and 2 and 3 drops, and it almost goes up like a staircase here because we're focused on ramp and getting out creatures that we can benefit from Grist. So we have a lot of ramp cards like Mystic, Delight Halfling, Birds of Paradise, etc. We also have cards that we can sacrifice to Grist to destroy things, like Forsaken Miner. We have the Infestation Sage, which gets us a bug token, Bloodghast, which can come back onto the battlefield. So a lot of those types of effects. As we go up the curve, we're just really focused on getting value from sacrificing things and bringing things back from the graveyard. We do have some reanimation type effects in here, like Reanimate, and we also have the just recently released Death, as well as Victimize. Lots of cards to reanimate from the graveyard because we're going to be destroying things, both our graveyard and our opponents. And we do have a few top end cards that we can reanimate as well. Gristlebrand, which allows us to draw 7 cards at a time at the cost of 7 life. Hoarding Broodlord, which allows us to get cards and then spells we cast from exile have Convoke, etc. So this is a really good, fun commander to just sacrifice, destroy things, and get value from a relatively cheap planeswalker. So let us take Grist, the Hunger Tide, into the queue and see if it can satisfy our hunger. Let's go. Our very first game is against Tunuk. So landfall deck, basically. This hand's kind of weak. No green mana. This hand is a little better. It's not perfect, but it is a little better. Okay. Opponent has a Llanowar Elf. Let's get down a Ripples of Undeath here. Opponent has a Reclamation Sage. Okay. So be it. Let's put down do we want black mana? Green mana? I think we want green mana here. Let's put down Grist and get some tokens on the battlefield. We're gonna have to start destroying some things here though. And our opponent scoops. I don't think he drew a land and he needed a land, really. We could have killed Tunuk if he brought it out. Also could have gotten another creature. White Reanimate is really good here. So not 100% sure what happened, but good first game. Our second game is against Tifa Lockhart. Super scary commander. I'm a little concerned about this hand, if I'm just being honest. We don't have any removal. We do have some early ramp. We can cast Flare, but if he gets a turn with Tifa untapped, we're in trouble. I am going to mulligan this. And apparently that was enough to scare our opponent to death. What is with these games and these people just scooping right away? It's weird. Good game. Okay, this game we are fighting Soul of Windgrace. We're fighting a Snorlax. This hand is a little slow. We can get Spring Heart though, or Dark Confidant. Get some additional card draw. I'm going to try it. Soul Windgrace is a 5/4 for 4 mana. Basically gets lands out of the graveyard, which is pretty good against us. Put down this land. He can also discard lands to gain life, draw cards, or make Soul Windgrace indestructible. Let's get out our Dark Confidant. We really don't need our commander yet. Opponent's gonna kill our Dark Confidant. Okay, fair. Let's put down the Spring Heart. Put down a land so we can start getting some bug tokens here. Emperor of Bone would be pretty good against our opponent, quite honestly. See what our opponent does here. I'm hoping our opponent ramps. On our turn, we can use... Okay, so our opponent's going to look for another land. It's actually not too bad. Going to Surveil. Now, he will be able to get out his commander on this next turn. I'm going to go ahead and put down an Overgrown Tomb. Let's go ahead and put out an Emperor of Bone and the Synthonian Nightmare. We're going to sacrifice one of the bugs to get back the Dark Confidant. Let's take away one of his lands here in the graveyard. We're going to swing in and hit him for 2. Gonna wipe the board. Perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and put down another land. Let's get out Grist. We're going to mill for a bug here. Let's go ahead and get out the Synthonian Nightmare. What do we want to bring back? Do we want to bring back the Emperor Bone? I think we do, quite honestly. Let's get, or maybe the Dark Confidant for the card draw. Opponent's eyeing our Planeswalker. Okay, our opponent's going to escape to the wild. Interesting. Okay, he could do a land and a fatal push, which is kind of lame, but... Okay, he puts down a tap land and an additional land. Is he going to dark push the Dark Confidant? He sure is. Okay. Broodlord is way too expensive right now. Let's go ahead and get out the Necropotence here. Let's go ahead and get a token. Let's go ahead and get out the Synthonian Nightmare. What do we want to get back? I think we actually want to get back the Emperor of Bone. So we can keep exiling lands from his graveyard. Let's draw some cards. Let's get a full hand here. That's probably enough. Let's take away his land from the graveyard. Okay, we did draw a decent amount of cards here. I'm going to drop the Arcane Segment. I'm really hesitant to drop lands into the graveyard. Well, it would be exiled, but still. Opponent has a lot of mana here. He could get out Corvold. There's a lot of things he could do. Gonna get out Domri. And Corvolda as well. What permanent are you going to sacrifice? Okay, he's going to sacrifice one of his lands. Is he going to have the him? Yep, he sure is. Okay, but yeah, on our turn, we're going to be able to kill Corvold and Domri. We're going to be able to get down more lands, draw a ton more cards. I really feel like our opponents are scooping kind of early with this game, but it is at least highlighting the fear that they have of Grist. The hunger. This game, we're playing against Mendicant Core Guidelight. So basically a artifact deck. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. This has some decent ramp. I actually made a Mendicant video a while back if you want to check that out. I'm going to cast Utopia Sprawl in the Forest, and we're going to say black mana. We can potentially... We're going to try to get out our commander unless he has a wash away. He does not, which is great. Let's get an insect onto the battlefield. And that is enough to win the game. I want to apologize to you, my fan base, because so many of these games are so short in nature. I'm just having so many people scoop against Grist. It's unreal how many opponents just quit after the first turn or two. It's hard to even get a full matchup against Grist. I don't know why. Good game. Do get to put down a cavern, a gemstone cavern, very first turn, which is great. I'm gonna exile the cut down. Let's put down a command tower. Let's get out a Marionette Apprentice. We're off to a decent start here. We're gonna create a token. Opponent summons a Wishing Well. It's gonna scry 2. Has a Mishra's Bauble. We are going to first off swing in with both of these. Then we're going to put down the Phyrexian Tower, sacrifice the servo to get out Sorin. Let's create a vampire token, keep threats on the battlefield for our opponent. We're off to a decent start here.
You fight for me now.
Opponent's going to continue to ramp. Let's draw another card with Sorin first. Get an Urborg.
My way.
Let's put down a swamp. Let's swing in with both of these. Key here is to put up as much pressure as possible. Try to get out Grist. Opponent has a wash away, perfectly fine. Do we want to get a Ripples of Undeath onto the battlefield? I think we do. I'm going to sacrifice the Marionette Apprentice here so we can get a Ripples of Undeath out. The card draw for Ripples is really good. Let's see what our opponent does here. Opponent's eyeing our mana. Opponent has an Urza, Power Stone Prodigy. Is he going to bounce the Ripples or something? Okay, a Howling Mine. We're going to draw some more cards here. Interesting. I'm going to decline on that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and make another token here. Let's swing in with the first.
You will serve me well.
Let's get out Grist again. Let's go ahead and sacrifice this to destroy Urza. Opponent's going to draw a ton of cards, though. That's going to prove to be a problem. Opponent's down to 17. Opponent's going to get out Memenon here. Okay, so what do we want to do? Let's go ahead and pay to get back the Bitter Blossom. Let's draw another card. Let's make a insect. Let's get out Grist. Let's now use the Bone Shard. We're going to discard a card here. I don't really need the black market connections. Now let's go ahead and let's get another land here. Get an underground tomb. Let's use our death to bring back the Marionette Apprentice. And then we're going to put a token on. We can swing in, and then we can also focus on transforming Grist to get rid of the Howling Mine. But our opponent is just way too far behind at this point. We have so many cards on the battlefield. We can get more cards from the graveyard. We'll be able to discard Gristlebrand in the pretty near future, reanimate it as well. We're in really good shape. So that turned out to be a really good game. Thank you, my friends, so much for watching another one of my videos. This one featuring Grist, the Hunger Tide. Grist is a lot of fun to play. I would put the power level at probably high C to low B tier. I was paired against a variety of different decks, but I noticed I was paired a lot against reanimation and artifact decks for the most part, at least at the time of this recording. I will also say it was very hard for me to record a lot of in-depth games for this video, simply because so many of my opponents quit either turn 1 or turn 2. I don't know if it's because Grist is a new commander and people are unsure about how to deal with it or what, but I experienced so many games. I edited out countless games where our opponents just scoop. So I guess if you want to have a very high win your daily ratio with a commander right now, this is probably one of them. It is a fun commander to play, and getting out a cheap planeswalker that can just destroy creatures or other planeswalkers is so satisfying. The deck list is in the description below. Please don't forget to like. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to leave a comment below talking about Grist or another commander you'd like me to look into, or why you feel like pizza should be a food we eat for breakfast. I don't really care as long as I talk to you, part of the Magic community. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.